Hey guys, if you're enjoying the content that I'm making, please click that subscribe button. Also remember to click that bell button and make sure to tick that box to send all notifications so you don't miss out on any videos. With that in mind, let's get on with the video. What's up guys, welcome to Munchkin's Gaming, where we take your gaming to the next level. This is Munchkin's logging in to bring you another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. And in this video we're going to be concentrating on the lost chapter for Faris of the High Seas, part 10, and of course this is going to be on the hard mode. So first things first, like I said on my other video, or yesterday's video when I was done editing it all out, that I was gonna try and get my Hero of the Week out this week. Now this was a hard decision because it's either Lost Chapters or Hero of the Week, and I sort of decided on the Lost Chapters because I feel like people really probably will need this more than the Hero of the Week, because I feel like the current event that's happening, you can get extra armor tokens if you get to complete it, and so I decided to just do the Lost Chapters for now, and so we can help the community and of course get all the rewards for this event. And without further ado, let's start off with some general tips and guides for this fight. So the first tip for you guys is of course to save half your abilities for the last wave. Now the boss doesn't actually have a lot of HP, but you will be taking on 3 of them, basically 2 mannequins and the boss herself. So you're going to be taking down the Lamia Queen, Ramza mannequin, and the Shantoto mannequin. So you know, you gotta save a little bit of your abilities towards the end. So saving half of them is definitely the way to go. The next one is of course to bring in the boosted characters. For this particular Lost chapter, you have Faris, you have Yang, and Penelo. My next tip for you guys is actually about the final wave. Since you're going to be taking down the Ramza mannequin, Lamia Queen, and the Shantoto mannequin, I would suggest to take down the Ramza mannequin as much as possible. What you do is you basically kill off the Ramza mannequin so he doesn't get any buffs up on the boss and on the Shantoto mannequin. And this will actually, if you kill one of the mannequins, this will make the boss try and revive that mannequin. And it always turns out like that. I think I killed the Ramza mannequin like twice, and the Lamia Queen will always try and revive the dead mannequin. So if you have a character who has high brave and has high DPS, definitely bring them. Having Saz here is definitely gonna make this fight a lot easier because of his buffs. And yeah, basically Saz is a god. Yeah. The next tip for you guys is to bring in the, of course, healers and buffers. They're always welcome, and because there's a high chance you might be taking HP damage depending on what summon you bring in here, they're definitely going to be an asset to this fight, because much of the healers are also brave batteries, so definitely bring one down. I suggest if you bring Saz, Aiko is a good combination because she can actually use her smite, and you get a ton of brave back, and plus you break the enemies as well. As for the summon, you can either bring in Ifrit and Leviathan. The only reason to bring Leviathan is to take advantage of the boss's weakness to water. So yeah, that's it. You can definitely bring Ifrit here because he gives you 20% more attack, although you won't be able to take advantage of the boss's weakness. And the last one for you guys is of course my suggested characters to bring that are not boosted, and I have a list here, and like I said before in my past videos, you can definitely bring any of your characters as long as they're like the weapon they have are max limit break. I mean, in this case my Kain didn't even have max limit break, and my Saz didn't even have a limit break, not even one of them on his weapons. So I only have the Spica defenders, and it's not limit broken at all. So it's not that you have to have all these characters, but you know, it definitely, if you limit break them and you spend a lot of resource on them, then they're definitely can help you make this fight a lot easier. But some characters are broken than others, so that's all I can say to you guys. And that's it basically for my general tips and guide. It's time now to take this video to the wave by wave fight. Okay, so for the first wave, you're gonna be taking down 2 of the Goblin Mage and 1 of the Lamia. Now, my characters actually start pretty slow, so as you guys can see, basically the charm is one of the things that you want to avoid here. But honestly speaking, if you have fast characters, this shouldn't be an issue. I suggest taking down the Lamia first so you don't have to deal with any of that charm, because you do lose 1 turn from it, and that's such a big deal really. But this particular wave isn't that particularly hard, so you just have to be careful. Like I said earlier, bringing healers is something that you may want to choose to bring. As you guys can see, my Ico got strike straight away, and all you have to do is just heal through it. If you are bringing Leviathan, then it probably won't apply to you, but if you are bringing Ifrit, you may want to take advantage of that 20% attack, and in order to do so, you have to be at 100% HP. Now, as for the second wave, you're going to be taking down a Flame Flan and a Goblin Mage. This is pretty easy. If you have a spellcaster, obviously try to concentrate on the Flame Flan, and the others are just on the Goblin Mage. And otherwise, this fight is pretty easy, and let's go through the third wave. So for the third wave, we have the Squall Mannequin and the Ico Mannequin here. Now, they all have the abilities of whatever the characters are. So Squall can use Renzokuken, and Ico can use her healing abilities, and she can use Smite as well. Honestly speaking, in this particular one, I find that it's probably a lot easier to take down the Squall first, because it has the most uptime for DPS. But either one is actually fine. It's not like you're, you know, you can dive with these two, because yeah, you probably won't. But Renzokuken is definitely something you want to avoid, because it is a brave damage plus an HP damage. So if it catches you off guard, then it'll deal a ton of damage. Anyway, let's get on to the fourth wave. Fourth wave, we're gonna be taking down a Goblin Mage and another Lamia. Like I said, you probably want to take down the Lamia first, because it's the most annoying one, but this wave should be pretty simple, and you guys should be able to walk through this unscathed. And finally, let's get to the last wave. Now for the last wave, like I said, you're gonna be taking down the Ramza Mannequin first, and then you have the Shantoto Mannequin as well. The Ramza Mannequin has the staple Brave attack, HP attack, and has all of Ramza's abilities such as Shout and Galvanize. So these are all buffs that you probably want to avoid. So taking him down is probably the best course of action. As for the Shantoto Mannequin, it does have the staple Brave attack and HP attack as well, and it has all of Shantoto's abilities, including Spirit Magic Arrow, which is a Wind Brave magic attack, and can turn to Rage Arrow if you drop her HP below 50%, and she has access to the Dark Magic bio as well as the Rage bio. And now let's take a look at Lamia Queen herself. Now, she does have a weakness to water, but she doesn't have any resistances. As for the abilities, she has access to Thunder, which is a Thunder Brave magic attack, and this evolves to Thundara at level 34 and Thundaga from level 67. She has Tail Swipe, which is a melee HP attack. She has access to Slap, which is a melee brave attack, which can inflict speed down as well. Magical Allure, which can inflict charm on a target. She has Strangle, which is a melee brave attack plus HP attack and can also inflict speed down. And she has access to Raise and Arise. Basically, she will probably more than likely use Arise and revive the KO ally with full HP, and this also raises the attack at level 40 or higher, which she definitely has access to. Raise is basically just reviving at 25% max of HP or whatever she revives, but I never really seen her actually use Raise, but I more than seen her use Arise more often than not. So yeah, and we're right here towards the end of the video. Last points of tips really is Magical Allure. This is probably one of the annoying abilities in the whole world because it inflicts charm to any target. Doesn't matter if you're a girl or a boy, you will get hit by this. So the only way to avoid this is basically to kill one of the mannequins, which I said earlier to try aim for Ramza. Basically, like I said earlier, and I'm just reiterating everything, is whenever one of the mannequin dies, she will more than likely raise that. Actually, it's about 100% sure. I'm 100% sure because that's what she's always done in my case. She will always revive that mannequin. So in order to avoid Magical Allure, that's probably the best way to go around that. Otherwise, I think that's it for this video, guys. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful at all. As always, I'd like to hear from you guys what you think of this fight, and if you are struggling or if you think I missed anything about in my tips or my guide, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, make sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter at Munchkins Gaming. This is Munchkins logging off, and I'll see you guys in the next level.